Sit straight on your height. As I said the last class, you can have your back against the wall for support. The back should actually act as a wall to give support to the front part of the trunk. But if the back is still weak, hurting, needs that support, we use the wall to give that extra wall behind. So with this idea, make the back part of your trunk act as a wall, support the front part of the trunk as a wall would support you if you would lean on it, or a tree if you would lean on it. Take the shoulders back and release the trapezius muscle down. The muscle at the back, upper back, just below the neck, release it down. Spread your collarbones to the sides and then slowly bring your hands in front of the chest. Touch the thumbs to the chest bone and use the thumbs to lift the chest bone and the skin of the chest up. Then once more, release the shoulders and elbows down and slowly let your eyes close. If you feel any discomfort, any tension, at any moment you can reopen your eyes, readjust, and take your time once more to close your eyes. Don't force the closing of the eyes. There should be a process of softening the face, softening the brain, connecting the body to the breath, the mind to the breath. So that process takes time. Don't rush it. See that you are allowing the brain to sink from the top part of the head down towards the heart. Keep using the back side of the trunk as a support for the front side of the trunk, moving it forward so that you can lift the spine with minimum effort. Spine should definitely be lifted, but with minimum effort, so there's no tension accumulating. Release the abdomen, release the groins, release the legs down. And again, we're going to recite the mantra Om. Let that sound come from deep within. Very soft, quiet, deep sound vibrating within. Inhale. Relax completely your face, your eyes, your temples. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, slowly bow your head down. And then place the back of your hands on your thighs. And slowly lift the chest, lift the head, open the eyes softly. If you have glasses, it's best to place them aside while you're closing the eyes for the invocation. Then later you can put them back on. The eyes are closed anyway, and it's better that you don't have that weight of the glasses, even if they are very light-weighted. Okay, so we're going to start by lying on our back. Please watch first. I'm going to show you, this is something new. So you're going to lie, as I said last class, slowly vertebra by vertebra when the legs are bent. So there's no tension in the inner organs or on the spine. Then from here, watch. You're going to lift the pelvis up. Interlock all of it. It doesn't have to go high up, just enough so that you can interlock all of your fingers underneath you and stretch the arms. And then you're going to rotate the arms. Watch this action. From inside out, one by one, like this, to lift the shoulder blades high up. So the shoulder blades go into the chest, shoulders go down. Then
Then I elongate the tailbone to bring the pelvis back down, and eventually you're going to straighten the legs one by one with that resistance I was talking about in the last class. Pushing the thighs down and lifting the chest up. Shoulders go down, chest goes up, and then after some time we're going to bend the legs and release. And just have that different feeling. Experience that different feeling after you release. So now we're going to do together. Bend the legs one by one. Lift the pelvis slightly up and interlock all of your fingers underneath you. Doing this, you have to watch the chin. As I said before, the chin should be placed close to the chest, not move away from the chest. Chin and chest should be intimate in this pose. Then roll the arms one by one. Roll them inside out, so shoulders are going away from the armpits. Lift the shoulder blades, lift the chest, elongate the tailbone far away from the lower back, and slowly place the pelvis back down. The fingers are still crossed, don't unhook them. And then slowly stretch the legs one by one. With that resistance of the feet, the legs can stay hip width apart. As soon as both legs are stretched, push the thighs down, lift the chest up, and breathe. The breathing is going to come into the area of the chest, since the area of the chest is wide open now. So let the breathing go into that area of the upper chest. Back of the neck long, face soft. And then slowly release. To release, bend your legs one by one. Slightly lift the hips so you can release the arms, release them to the sides. Back of the hand down to the floor. And then release the legs one by one and just drop the feet. Take a few breaths. Experience now how light the chest feels, how open, how lifted, and how soft the abdomen is in turn. Okay, now we're going to do it one last time. Bend the legs one by one. Slightly lift the hips. Change the interlock of the fingers. Stretch the arms. Also now, try to roll the opposite arm first. So we always go to the same side. Try to roll the opposite side, not the automatic side first. Roll the arms one by one. Pull a little bit towards the direction of your feet with the arms. So in case the elbows started to bend, pull the hands towards your feet so you get this nice traction on the trapezius muscle away from the neck. And then slowly elongate the tailbone down on your hands, on your forearms, and stretch also now the non-automatic leg. Just see which one you reach to first and go to the opposite leg first. Stretch the legs one by one with that resistance of the feet. Open wide the feet. Press the thighs down to open more and more the chest. As you press the thighs down, also press the shoulders and the upper arms down. Lift the chest, lift the rib cage, and breathe. Back of the neck, long forehead towards the eyes, eyes towards the cheeks, chin towards the chest. Push the feet, lift the chest, then release. Bend the legs one by one. Lift slightly the hips, release the hands, release the legs one by one, and breathe. Take a few breaths, feel how expanded the chest feels, how light the chest feels. Then slowly bend your legs one by one, roll to the side, support, and come up. You're going to go to the wall and do, as you obviously felt, this was a strong shoulder opening on the floor. So we're going to do another shoulder opening using the wall. You're going to have your right side to the wall, just watch first, okay? Right side to the wall, and you're going to take your right hand back. So my hand is in line with the shoulder, fingers are absolutely open, and from here, you're going to try to turn the chest away from the wall. So this side of the chest, which is close to the wall, I bring forward like this and turn. Watch please that you're not sticking the tailbone out, nor rolling the pelvis forward, the things we were talking about last time. Okay, so you keep the pelvis parallel, feet are parallel, hip width apart, pushing into the floor, and as you push the hand, you bring the chest forward. Another thing is the rolling of the armpits. As I said, armpits roll up,
trapezius muscle here rolls down. Okay, let's do it together. So you're going to have your right side to the wall. Right foot is touching the wall. Right hand goes back. Look that it's in line with the shoulder. Not higher, not lower. In line with the shoulder and spread the palm. From here, bring your left hand to your waist and start to bring the right side of the chest forward. You will feel a very strong opening between the armpit of the chest and the tip of the shoulder. Okay? So, right side of the chest forward, both armpits up, trapezius muscle down. And look a little bit above eye level. Push the right hand into the wall, lift the chest, lift the armpits and breathe into that upper chest region. Then slowly release. Try not to turn, just release the hand down. Take a few breaths and turn to the other side. So now, left foot is touching the wall, left side of the body is against the wall, and you reach your left hand back. Spread the palm. The palm is actively pushing into the wall. Right hand on your hips. Bring the right thumb in, so it's not turning out, but turning in so that this right shoulder can go back as well. Now start bringing the left side of the chest forward. The left shoulder blade also is coming in. Lift the armpits and release the trapezius muscle down. So if I look down, it's going to invite my body to do the opposite actions. Trapezius are going up, the armpits are coming down. So as I look up, not exaggeratedly, you don't have to throw the head back, but slightly up, slightly above eye level, slightly above the horizon, it invites my armpits to roll up and trapezius rolls down. Then slowly release. Let that left hand slide down and breathe. So you feel that circulation, that blood moving now in the shoulders. We do it one more time. Right side to the wall, and repetition, I can't emphasize enough how important it is, and that is why these classes you need to repeat several times. It's not enough to just do once. So they are meant for you to repeat them. Okay, right hand to the wall, left hand on your pelvis. Look a little bit above eye level, push the right hand into the wall, bring the right side of the chest forward, left shoulder back, armpits up, trapezius down. Keep the navel connected to the spine, don't push the abdomen forward, keep it connected to the back and breathe. See that the weight on both feet is even. Then slowly release, taking the right hand down, take a few breaths, and change for the last time. Left foot against the wall, feet are parallel, feet are on the same line. Check yourself because the body very, very fast, very easily slips into non-alignment. Okay, we have to bring it back to the right path, to the alignment. Right thumb in, open hand, and then bring the left side of the chest forward. So both sides of the hips are also in line. Lift the armpits, roll the trapezius muscle down. Keep the abdomen close to the back supporting the front, and breathe. Push the left hand into the wall. Lift more and more the armpits. Release the trapezius down, and then slowly release the left hand. Take a few breaths. Okay, we're going to take a chair now for this next exercise. And there are two ways of doing this. So there is a more light way, and there is a more intense way, so you can choose. You're going to sit on the edge of the chair, and the light version is you're going to hold on to the back side of the chair. Now, if your backrest is completely connected to the chair, no problem. You just sit like this on the side, and you do it this way, okay? What is important, I'm showing from the side, is the action of the shoulders, which I just explained, which we were doing from the beginning of class, which is rolling the arms from inside out, 1, 2, lifting the armpit chest up, 3, rolling the trapezius muscle down, okay? So as I said, the direction of the vision is important. If I look down, it's going to be very difficult to lift the armpits up. So you have to look slightly up, slightly above eye level, roll the armpits up, roll the upper arms out, roll the trapezius muscle down. This is the light version. As I said, you can begin with this if you already know this is what you're going to do. The others, you're going to interlock all of the fingers, go slightly forward to bring, and again, this also has to do with the height of your backrest, of course. But if it's very high, you can just sit higher. Add blankets onto your chest so you sit higher. So you interlock all the fingers and bring your wrists onto the backrest of the chair. And from here, we start the actions. Rolling the upper arms, lifting the armpits, releasing the trapezius down. So you can visually see the actions. So begin. Either grab onto the back of the chair or interlock the fingers and bring the wrist to the backrest. Yes. Roll the upper arms from inside out, lift the armpits, release the trapezius down. Now just make sure you're not puffing the abdomen, of course. Abdomen is back, and you already know, as I said, the direction of the skin of the butt, it goes down, not up, down, absolutely down, so you're on the sitting bones. So a few more seconds, roll the upper arms from inside out, lift the armpits up. It's almost as if you are puffing the armpits, like puffing a balloon. Trapezius down, and breathe in that structure. Then slowly release. Just sit there and breathe. You're going to feel that rush of blood in the shoulders. It's very healthy for the shoulders. So for the people that cross their fingers, you're going to change the cross of your fingers. The people who are grabbing onto the chair, you do exactly the same thing. And the fingers are pointing back if you're holding onto the chair. Change the cross of your fingers. Bring your hands again to the backrest. Pull with the hands the shoulders. So the shoulders are not pulling the hands. Hands are pulling the shoulders. Roll the upper arms from inside out. Also check your legs parallel, feet parallel. You're not dropping to one side. Make sure you have parallel legs, parallel feet. And then roll the upper arms, lift the armpits, trapezius down. So it'll already be like a mantra that you are following. To open the shoulders, open the chest. Shoulder blades are coming in to support the chest. Few more seconds. Roll the upper arms. Lift and puff the armpits. Trapezius muscle down. Breathe. Then very slowly, softly, gently release. Take a few breaths with the back of your hands on your thighs. Good. Now you're going to take your mat and your chair to the wall. Your chair is going to be against the wall so that it doesn't move. If you don't want to put it on your mat, you can just have your mat at the end of your chair, that's fine. And just watch first, you're going to place your hands on the chair. And now instead of in half Uttanasana, I was saying that the feet are underneath the hips. But now we are doing Adho Mukha Svanasana with the arms, with the hands lifted on the chair. So the legs have to walk back. They walk back, but the pelvis stays lifted. So if they walk too much back, the pelvis will start to drop. Okay, but they do have to be behind the pelvis. So it's not here. I have to walk back until my feet are behind the line of the pelvis. And from here, you're going to, again, push the hands into the chair. Lift the buttock bones up so you can actually have the heels lifted in this pose. Heels are lifted, buttock bones are lifted, and thighs, of course, pushing back. And because your shoulders are so open now, you're going to have a nice opening of the sides of the trunk. So this is Adho Mukha Svanasana with the hands lifted on the chair. Let's try. Okay, so bring the chair all the way to the wall so that it doesn't move. Place your hands onto the chair. And if you are doing these classes for the second or third or fourth time, of course you can do also with the demonstrations. You can already be in the pose. So as you push the hands into the chair, the hands are not just pushing that direction to the wall, but they are pushing down. They are pushing the chair down into the mat or into the floor and to the wall. Lift slightly the heels, lift the buttock bones up and push the thighs back. Target the lower back, stretching the lower back, but also open well the armpits. See that you are rolling the shoulders away from the neck. Few more breaths and release. If this is too intense, you can also do half Uttanasana with the hands on the chair. So stay like this. Okay, one last time. Walk back. Push the chair down into the wall, down into the wall, down into the wall. Lift the buttock bones high up. Push the thighs back. So the hands and the thighs are moving away from each other so that the trunk can open, so that the spine can open. Then leaving the buttock bones high, leaving the upper thighs moving back without changing that, you can slowly lower your heels towards the floor. They don't necessarily have to come all the way to the floor, but start lowering them, opening the back of the shins, the shin muscle, the calf muscle. Then slowly walk back towards the wall and come up. Good, you can put the chair away. And you're going to lie on your back with your legs up on the wall. Urdhva Prasarita Padasana, with the support of the wall. So I come to sit very, very close to the wall. I almost bring my two buttocks up on the wall, and then I lie back. I lie on my back, keeping the butt as close as I can. So afterwards, try to move towards the wall as much as possible. And in the end, the legs will stretch. So you can already go into the pose now. Stretching your legs, bringing your butt to the wall. Of course, in the beginning, especially if you are very stiff, maybe the butt will be up, maybe the legs will not be able to stretch. In time, the more you practice this pose, the more the legs will stretch open and the butt will come down. So I would recommend for you, even if you don't have time to do the entire practice every day, just to do this pose every single day for a few minutes. Open well the feet, spread the soles of the feet, the ball of the big toe, puff it up towards the ceiling, the same way we were puffing the armpits. Puff the ball of the big toe up to the ceiling so that the feet and the arches of the feet are very open. Release the arms to the sides. Try to keep that airy, light feeling in the chest so that the chest is lifted up and the abdomen is soft, coming down towards the floor. If this is too intense for you, after a minute, you can just cross your legs on the wall and stay like this. This is much, much softer. Have your hands on your abdomen or hands to the side. And if you can stay with your legs stretched, stay with your legs stretched on the wall. Lift the heels, open well the feet. We're going to stay 1 more minute in the pose. So the legs are very active. Actively bring your thighs to the wall, knees to the wall, open the soles of the feet. And although the legs are very active, try to make your trunk, head, neck, arms, shoulders as passive as you can. So the legs are very active, stretching, coming to the wall, but try to have the abdomen passive, the arms very passive, so the rest of the body is resting. Try to differentiate where you are working, where you need to release. If you are crossing your legs, you can change the cross. So if you are crossing the right leg then the left, you can cross the left and then the right. Breathe softly, gently. Keep checking that you're not holding anywhere in the face, not the jaws, the eyebrows, biting the lips. These are all
signs of tension. So just witness them, don't criticize, but just witness, and then when you find out if it's there, you release, you let go. Okay, now slowly bend the legs and slide back so that your feet will be against the wall, but your legs and body are completely straight. Now once you've found the distance, just look, slightly bend the knees and come a little bit closer to the wall. Then just watch before you do. I'm going to hold the mat, and as I straighten my legs, I'm going to use the stickiness of the mat to create the traction of, again, the trapezius muscle moving down. So I'm holding the mat and stretching the legs, rolling the trapezius muscle down. Instead of this, now I'm showing you what not to do. Okay, so I'm going back with my trapezius, with my shoulders. I want to come a little bit closer. Legs are bent, hold the mat, tuck the shoulders. You can do that adjustment of tucking the shoulders, and then as I stretch the legs, the shoulders don't leave that point, and I get that nice traction of the upper back trapezius muscle. Chest is open. Okay, so you can do that now. And then keep pushing the feet strongly into the wall. Left leg, push it strongly into the floor and slowly bend the right leg to Ekapada Pavanamuktasana. The pose we did also last class, the beginning of last class. So we close this class, this second class, with the way we open the first one. Breathe soft and gentle breaths. And if you remember the last class, I told you to push very strongly with the left foot, with a straight leg foot, as if you are pushing a heavy furniture. So now you are pushing the wall. So you can feel that resistance and what it does to the spine, how it stretches the spine. So with the bending of the right leg, you are softening the organs, and with the stretching and pushing of the left foot, left leg, you are stretching the spine. Then release. First bring your right leg to the wall. Now if you wish, you can do again this adjustment of bending slightly the knees, rolling the shoulders, and then re-stretching the legs with that nice traction of the trapezius. Then push the right foot into the wall, right leg into the floor, bend the left leg, change the interlock of the finger. It should be almost difficult to reach that leg because the trapezius are rolled nicely. So even if you can't cross the fingers, that's fine, just hold the shin. Exhale, release the abdomen, push the right foot into the wall, right thigh into the floor, and breathe. Use the left leg to soften the inner organs. Use the stretching of the right leg to stretch the spine. And then release. Now bend both legs to your chest. Dvipada Supta Pavanamuktasana. Both legs bent. Hold the shins. Again, have this idea in mind that you want to bring the butt back down to the floor, not roll it up so that the pelvis stays straight. Open wide the chest, keep the trapezius muscle rolling down and the armpits rolling up. Soften the abdomen. You can already close your eyes, soften the face, soft breath. And then slowly release. Turn to your side and prepare for Shavasana. So for this Shavasana, you can choose. If you want to lift your legs up on the chair, as we did the last class, if your back is sensitive, then that would be a good option. That would be a good idea. If you feel that's not necessary, you can just do a flat Shavasana today. But only if there is no pain, no tension. So release the arms and the legs. Make sure that the trapezius muscle is rolling away from the neck, chest is open. With an exhalation, close your eyes. Take soft, deep, gentle breaths and release the body into the floor. Just for a few last moments in this practice, let your body become absolutely soft.
Surrender to this inner softness, this infinite space within. As if the floor is becoming deeper and deeper, sucking the body into it. Let yourself drop. One last deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Again, relax completely, especially soften the face, the inside of the head, and then very gently bring your hands once more to the abdomen. Touch wherever feels comfortable. If you are with the legs on the chair, gently roll to the side. If your legs are flat on the floor, bend them first, and then roll to your side. Keep the tailbone and head in line. Stay a few moments on your side. Breathe soft, gentle breaths. You can let your eyes open now. And then slowly sit up, watching the floor. Sit straight. Take a few more breaths. You can close your eyes, reclose, reopen. That would be all for today. Thank you.